Hi Libra, thank you for stopping by. I'm Madeleine, if we haven't met before, and I am super excited to give you your reading for February. So before we get into your cards, I have a channeled message that came through as a song. So when I tune into your energy before we get started, tune into spirit, listen, see if your posse has anything to say. And they started playing a song I hadn't heard or thought of in a while by Lupe Fiasco is the artist, and the song was The Words I Never Said. And don't remember all the lyrics off the top of my head, but I remember as I drown in my regret, I can't take back the words I never said. So Libra, there might be an opportunity to speak your truth, to confess some feelings, to explore some feelings, if nothing else. And I feel like now is not the time to hold back. Does that make sense? Let's get into it. Let's see what your cards have to say about it. Well, there's a card, right? Woo! Wow! Damn! Libra, 2 aces right off the bat. Talk about expressing yourself and telling your truth. Shit. All right. That's a good thing. Whoa. Woo! Okay. Libra. Wow, what a like dichotomy we have going here. Wow. Wow. Okay. We're going to clarify, Libra. I want just a little more information. Tell me a little bit about this Queen of Cups status. Okay. Whoa. Sorry, I forget you guys live in the future, so you can see what I've pulled already, but yowza. Okay. Spirit, please tell me about the moon. Whoa. Okay. Woo! All right. Okay. Libra. You can... I feel like you can get a lot of work done within and without. Like work on myself as well as work on my projects, like and feeling like makes sense, there's connections between everything, right? But if I express and I speak these words that maybe I'm afraid to say, or explore these feelings that I'm afraid to like reveal to people, it's actually like setting you free and liberating you and making it possible to build, where I feel like maybe some of you are wrestling or resisting some feelings and some thoughts that you don't want to reveal. And I just feel like the sooner you open up, the better. And I do want to make a distinction that there are times when it's like, yeah, even if I express this to this person, nothing is really going to change because the situation just isn't going to work. You might not need to necessarily go to the person that you have the feelings about and talk to them. They could be dead. Like, you know what I mean? But you might still have this stuff stuck inside that I wish I had said this to them. You know what I mean? This is a good time to explore your feelings, to perhaps even seek something like therapy, or seek, if you don't want to go to therapy, and, okay. I'm still going to say what I was about to say. But I do want to make a distinction here that Spirit really is kind of saying there is something about being witnessed in your emotions and like allowed to feel your feelings by another human being that is part of the healing process, part of the healing of this old wound of like, keep it together, you live for everybody else, not for yourself. You feel me? There is actually like incredible victory available to you. And I'm going to be honest, Libra, I also feel that for some of you, like a romance, and specifically maybe even like a coupling up that is available. But first you got to get out of your head. It's really funny, that Lupe Fiasco song, and then here we are, the person who doesn't want to see, hear, or speak evil, so they would rather not see, hear, or speak at all. Like, let me just cut myself off from the whole situation. You have a really interesting set of cards here. Let's talk about it. Defeat, and Ten of Swords, and victory of the Six of Wands. Now, what we like to see is the Six of Wands is showing up in the external as like what manifests as a result of what's at the foundation, this Ten of Swords. Spirit is saying that there's no shame in accepting a true defeat. Like, this just isn't going to work, or it wasn't going to work, or it didn't turn out to be that this was the thing for me. And there's a little pain and a little grief involved in that. And these are general readings, of course, Libra, and I'm getting the feeling that some of you are still there. Some of you are still in the Two of Swords, like, I don't want to look, I don't want to know, I would rather stay in stalemate than risk a loss. If you're holding back on saying something because you're afraid you're going to get an answer you don't like, I feel like speak your truth. I've been feeling it since before we even looked at the cards, but now looking at your cards, I feel even more sure of the fact that it's just like, you've got to be you, and you've got to express yourself, Libra. This whole idea, what they said earlier of like, I've been living for others, I live to make others comfortable, I live to be in service to others. That's all great, and I honor that instinct and that other focusedness that is like the hallmark of your sign. Spirit's having me go into this, so I'm going to go into it. You are the 7th sign. So Aries through Virgo, the 6 signs that come before you, are self-focused. They, like, it starts with Aries, who is like the most self-focused, and we're not like hating on anybody here. This is just how the zodiac works. Aries is like the baby, and then we kind of follow the human lifespan all the way up to Pisces, which is like the edge of death, right? The veil between life and death. Libra is just past the midpoint. Libra is beginning to be aware of everybody else around them and how they think and how they process. And so Libra can be conflicted with like, wait, what's me and what's this other person? And is it okay for me to feel and think what I think when it might fly in the face of what this other person thinks or wants or says? You have a lot of cards here speaking of your individuality and the need for you to shine. I also want to say congratulations, because I really do feel like a lot of you, despite this like maybe defeat or loss of like, damn, that didn't work out the way I wanted to, something else is working out wildly well. 6 of Wands, like you are getting noticed, you are getting appreciated. It's definitely the time for you to be expressive in every way. Like, speak your truth. We're going to talk more about these 2 aces. That's wild. New beginnings. Speak your truth, and also like walk your talk. And by that I do mean, Libra, you're also known for like your appreciation of the aesthetic. And I think sometimes people kind of diminish the power of the aesthetic, but you probably know, Libra, that there's a big difference between how you feel and how you walk through the world and project your energy when you're feeling good about the way that you look and you're dressed versus when you feel not great. Now is not the time to be walking through the world with like slumped shoulders and trying to avoid the glances of other people. Now is the time to be like, here's me. Like, here's me. Me. It's not like, Libra, if you were in Aries, I probably wouldn't be giving you the message the exact same way. Spirit is giving you that message this way because like it's your tendency not to be like, here's me, everybody. Here's me, and here's what I think, and here's what I want to do, and here's what I believe. February, shake it up. February, step out, share, woof. Here's what Spirit just said. Like, they brought me back to the lyrics of the song, and I won't quote them, I'll let you listen. But the singer, Lupe Fiasco, he makes some pretty fucking, like, unpopular but honest. He states some unpopular but honest opinions. You can hear in his voice, you can hear in the music, the intensity with which he feels like this is what I must say. And Spirit is giving me that feeling about you. Some of you are like political or ecological activists, and it's like, I have to get out here and tell these people what's going on. Or I can't sit back and not start this project, this creative thing, this thing that is my own. I can't hold back anymore. I've got to come out here and shine. Ace of Wands crossed by the Ace of Swords. Spirit is now singing Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac. I love it. They don't come through with songs for everybody, so that's really interesting. Well, we're talking about the aesthetic, right? And Libra does, you know, you're ruled by Venus, so music, art, all that sort of thing, literature. You have done a lot of inner work on yourself, Libra. I feel like for some of you, that Ten of Swords is a feeling you already know about. It's a feeling of like, yes, I know, like I did go out on a limb. Some of you said the thing that you needed to say, and like maybe it didn't work out, but like I said, something else really is working out beautifully, and your acceptance of whatever the current circumstances are is serving you. So not resisting, not doing the see, hear, speak no evil thing, but actually like, are you cheating on me? Or whatever it is you need to say, Libra, like, are we okay? Like, or have I pissed you off? Or whatever it is you need to say it. You're only going to stave off the inevitable by not saying it and keep yourself in a place of like stalemate. That's just what I'm hearing. Is if it's going to turn out like this, it's going to turn out like this now or later. And if it's going to turn out like this, it's going to turn out like this now or later. And all you're doing is saving yourself this. Confusion, not really knowing where you stand, or not really knowing where like things stand. I feel that a lot of you are going to be standing on much more solid ground by the end of February. Spirit just said getting a grip, and they're not like saying it in an insulting way, like get a grip, Libra. They're saying like you're getting a grip on your feelings. You're getting a grip on your individuality. This is what I want. Like, yay that this person feels this and that. What about me? What do I feel? Not deferring to other people. Now, you're not going to exclude other people either. I wouldn't think that of you, A, because you're Libra, but B, in the energy around you, you actually have like group work and collaborative efforts and like the crafting, the building, the aligning of something that you really want, like your skills, your money, these things. The thing that you're working on is building your skills and your money is what I'm feeling. And some of you may be doing that in collaborative effort. You may be getting together with other people to do a project or like a podcast or whatever, like some kind of let's get together and do this. Might be literally 3 of you. It could be a partnership. I'm seeing both. Like I'm seeing pairs and I'm seeing like trios. Forgive me, Libra. I have to pull one more because like I just want to know a little bit more about this Queen and King of Wands situation. Spirit, what is the nature of this encounter, this meeting? Something new beginning. Something new beginning and a cycle changing. Okay, so Libra, for me, you are coming through as the Queen of Cups. So, hello, we're talking all about like getting comfortable with what your emotions are and sharing them. And that's exactly who the Queen of Cups is. It's like, I'm so aware, like self-aware. And when a feeling comes up, I don't run away from it. I don't put it away. I don't think like that's a bad feeling or a bad thought and I need to like get that out of my head or whatever. You give yourself the room to like cradle that feeling and be like, what are you asking for? Like, what do you need from me? Why are you popping up all of a sudden? And that's empowering. It's empowering for you to step into your heart and your intuition in February. And I do feel that some of you are going to have perhaps a very significant encounter with this King of Wands type. And I want to say Queen and King has nothing to do with gender or sex, everything to do with personality types and sort of station status in life. So a Queen and a King work well together. They don't have the exact same approach, but they are both very much leaders of their realm. And cups are the realms of emotion and intuition. Fire is the realm of the creativity and the spirit. So those things actually go quite well together, and you know, a little fire and a little water can create some steam heat when they're in the right proportions. There is something fertile beginning here. Some of you may start or confirm or like broaden a relationship. And some of you, this is just what I'm feeling, this is a working relationship. That the Page of Pentacles is the seed of this thing that you're doing together. And if we put our heads together, if we both do our research and we both study and come together with our resources, we can really, over time, because the Page of Pentacles implies like slow, steady effort, very fertile beginnings, just like the aces. The pages and the aces are quite related in that way. You could say that the pages are kind of wielding the aces. Whether this is a romantic union or like a creative or business union, it does feel like something that is, if you nurture it, it will nurture you. That's what I'm hearing. So it increases your resources. And this is interesting, but I'm also hearing like it makes them healthier. So maybe you start doing a job or working on a project that just feels more aligned with you. There's a lot of just releasing that which doesn't fit anymore and embracing that which you are like amazing at and where you fit. You know what I mean? And with whom you fit. If I didn't fit with that person, or if I don't feel, alternatively, if I'm still in a situation and I don't feel free to express myself and be who I am and like ask questions, even if that's what needs to happen, then that kind of tells me how the relationship functions and is going. If I have to walk on eggshells, like how much weight does that say I have with this other person? Only enough that I can walk on eggshells without cracking them, which frankly isn't much weight. Spirit is saying you have the right to feel your feelings, Libra. Nobody has to validate that for you. You're valid. This truth that you're speaking and this creativity like that you're sort of plugging into and being like, this is what I'm here to do, because that's the mix of what I'm feeling, especially that Lupe Fiasco song, Words I Never Said, then combined with the Ace of Wands crossed by the Eight of Swords. It's like either the truth that you need to tell or the piece of yourself that you need to express. So like showing off, right? Gifts and talents and abilities. Six of Wands, like being celebrated and seen and applauded for what you bring to the table. The more that you express, the more successful that you are. The more willing to explore your feelings you are, the more skills and money you're going to build. It sounds weird, but there is a connection there, because how much I value myself and allow myself to be is how much basically value I allow into my life. So if there's a big part of me that's cut off from myself because I feel like that's not allowed, then, well, I might have a big part of my opportunities or my income cut off from me because I feel like, well, that's not allowed. I'm not that valuable. You know what I mean? You see the correlation? There's a great healing possible this month in the potential position, hopes and fears. We have the Four of Swords. So you might fear a little bit sitting quietly with your thoughts, reflecting, sorting, coming to a peaceful resolution, or even stepping away from like the issue, the battle, the conversation for a little bit to figure out what feels like you, and then you speak your truth. You'll be speaking from a calmer place and from a place of like, now I really understand, and I understand exactly what's at stake if I do or don't say this. You know what I mean? Feel your feelings and then express them. So if you need to understand them, Libra, and you need some time and some quiet and some space to do your Queen of Cups thing and look in your cup and reflect gently and compassionately, I feel like, I mean, you're bringing the compassion and the King is bringing the passion. That King of Wands is someone who sparkles, who is very charismatic, who is very much, what I feel about this person is they would celebrate your Ace of Wands. You're like, even if they don't do the thing you do or whatever, this person would very much support and admire your willingness to be like, this is who I am and this is what I do. So I like that energy. This is a supportive person. This is someone who can help you grow. This is also someone who I feel like can help you make some distinctions between like what's working and what's not working. So if you know who this is, like I said, nothing to do with gender or sex. Queens are creators, kings are kind of like conquerors, managers. If the queen creates the resources, the king is the one who like sets the rules and boundaries in place to make sure that those resources are protected, are meted out carefully, etc. So like I said, for some of you, I do feel that this is like a romantic connection. For others of you, this could be the person that you partner with in work, or this could be something like a business or life or whatever coach that is like, I see your skill, I see your talent, I can help you. You know? Like a King of Wands knows how to manage an Ace of Wands or a Six of Wands. You know what I'm saying? Maybe literally some of you guys are looking for managers, like talent managers or agents or something like that. Someone to help you nurture your gift in one way or another. It could be, like I said, a coach. But I'm definitely feeling like your skills and your money increase in February. But I feel that that is, like I said, very much tied to how willing you are to speak your truth, to be yourself, to explore your feelings and be very honest with yourself, even if it's a little uncomfortable, even if you feel that as a Libra it's a little uncouth for me to want this or that, or for me to say this or that. Like I said, you saying it doesn't make a difference in how this is going to end. It only makes a difference in how long you stay in stalemate. You're either going to win or you're going to lose when you express yourself. And either way, both of these positions are better than this one, because this one is just not moving, and the more you stay indecisive, right? We're famous for it, Libra. The less effective you feel. And Spirit wants you to feel effective this month. Big time. Because you are. You might just not feel it all the time, especially if you're a little stuck in your head. Express yourself. Speak your truth. You've been working on yourself. You've been healing yourself. You've been getting yourself to a point where you feel like, you know what? Like, I am fucking worth it. I am worth a better relationship than this, or a different job, or whatever it is. Speak your truth. Seek it. Know your value. Okay? That's important too. Know your value, speak your truth, and both your money, your creativity, and your even just like, if you know what that is, it's like your vibe, right? Go up, okay? An increase in charisma, an increase in your bank account, and an increase in your feeling of effectiveness when you speak your truth. If you're not ready to speak it to the person, find somebody to be witness to your feelings that will be compassionate and kind and help you, like this King of Wands, figure out how to express or speak your truth. Okay? Okay. Love you, Libra. Thank you for being here. Let me know. Do you know who this person is? Do you know what the truth is that you need to speak? You can share it here if you want to. No pressure, obviously, but if you want a witness, you've got a kind, compassionate witness right here. Or if you have questions, or if you have advice for your fellow Librans, all of that is super helpful. I thank you for it, Libra. And if I don't see you in a video before then I hope I see you in March. Bye, Libra.